Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name's Katie. I just had a baby about 6 weeks ago now, and so I'm going to be making my 1 month postpartum video. I also just want to say really quickly, if you end up liking it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I got way more content coming really soon, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Okay, so to start out with, during my pregnancy I gained, let's see here, roughly about like 20 pounds, give or take some. I have actually lost all of that now, not even exercising, just like breastfeeding and basically letting my body heal. So I've lost all of that, plus 5 extra pounds that I didn't gain during pregnancy, so that is amazing. At the end of this video, I will post a side-by-side picture of 24 hours postpartum and what I look like now. So make sure to stick around for that. As for bleeding, I bled really heavily this time around. My first baby I didn't bleed that bad, but this time I bled a lot. But not for very long. Around 4 weeks, the bleeding kind of tapered off a little bit and would come and go. And then at 5 weeks, I quit bleeding completely. And then about 4 days ago, I started bleeding again, and it stopped about 3 days after. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but it's very light bleeding and I'm not cramping or anything. But I'm also very lucky because my delivery, I didn't have any major issues or anything. Baby boy was born perfectly healthy and I didn't tear or anything like that. I got super lucky. So healing down there didn't take very long whatsoever. I actually probably stopped having pain down there around I want to say 4 weeks, so I healed fairly quickly, I feel like. But I did have a bunch of and I mean a bunch of really bad cramping every time that I breastfed, which is perfectly normal because right after you have a baby, when you especially breastfeeding signals your uterus to contract, go back down to the size that it was before baby. And I want to say for the first 2 weeks at least, every time I breastfed him, I hurt so bad. They really felt like contractions all over again. Not as bad, of course, as those really hard ones towards the end of your labor, but they were still so uncomfortable and painful. They tapered off around 2 weeks, and I do not miss them whatsoever. Now that I mentioned breastfeeding though, when he was born, he did have a tongue tie, and I think they said it was a grade 2.5. There's a grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Of course, 3 being the worst. So she was kind of in between, or sorry, he. I have a daughter, so I'm still trying to get used to this whole having a boy thing. So if I say she, I'm sorry. But he had a 2.5, so it was in between having a medium grade 1 and a really bad one. And when he was born, they said it'd take a while to get a referral to get him into an ENT to get it clipped. So we ended up having to use a nipple shield because he wasn't able to hold his latch whatsoever. And I used a nipple shield probably, I want to say, his first 2 weeks of life. And then might have been 3 weeks actually. I want to say it was closer to 3 weeks. And we ended up having to drive to San Diego and get his tongue tie revised. And about 2 to 2.5 weeks after that, I had to help him relearn to latch without a nipple shield, because nipple shields, if you don't know, are made of plastic, and the way that they sit on your nipple, at least for me, I don't have fairly large nipples, so he got more of the nipple shield in his mouth than he did my breast. And so trying to transfer him to just breast was hard because he didn't feel like he had enough to hang on to, even though that he did. But after about 2.5, 3 weeks of trying, he is doing amazing breastfeeding without it. I don't ever use the nipple shield anymore, and he is gaining weight like a champ. I haven't had my postpartum appointment yet. They keep rescheduling it or putting it off, but I had him vaginally and I didn't have any complications and I feel great, so I'm not too worried about that. He's my second baby too, so I kind of know what to expect. So I'm still waiting to have my 6-week postpartum appointment. I have also lightly started exercising. I've done it for about 3 days now. It makes me feel so much better because I've been having really bad baby blues, crying constantly all the time. And I know part of that's normal, but I also didn't have it with my daughter, so it's a little bit worrisome. I'm actually planning a trip to go down and visit my family in Northern California to see, if that kind of helps. just, you know, get out of the house, get some fresh air, and spend time with family. I want a bunch of my family up there to meet him anyway. From my family up in Northern California, only my mom and my sister Sarah have met Jesse. So I will be posting a really fun vlog like about all of that. This one's kind of TMI, but my husband and I have had intercourse just recently, and of course if you're going to do it before you, like, I don't advise doing it before you see a doctor, but as my second baby I kind of know like when you're supposed to and when you're not, and it has been 6 weeks, so my husband and I took it slow and it didn't hurt or anything, so yeah, that's going well. I mentioned all throughout my pregnancy updates that I had hemorrhoids, and I got one probably about 2 months before having Jesse, and I currently still have it. It's been horrible. Like, after labor was the worst, and it's just now starting to get better, but I think it's finally starting to go away, so I'm super happy about that, but they suck, let me tell you. The only medications I still am taking is my prenatal. They never told me to continue taking my iron, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to or not after labor, so I honestly haven't been since. I figured I'd ask my doctor about it whenever I do have my doctor's appointment. And if you can't tell, I'm having like mega mom brain, like horribly. I get into a sentence, forget what I'm saying, and it's a pain in the butt. But that's completely normal too. I'm just hoping my mind like clears up a little bit pretty soon because I'm going crazy with this. As for sleeping, I have been sleeping terrifically. For the past, I want to say 2 weeks, he's only waking up between 1 and 2 times a night. Even when he was a newborn though, I would have to like wake him up in the middle of the night. He's still a newborn, what am I saying? Even when we first came home from the hospital and he was teeny tiny, I would have to wake him up in the middle of the night to feed him because he was such a sleepy baby. But now I let like him wake up when he needs to because he's gaining weight beautifully. And he only usually wakes up between 1 and 2 times. So honestly, I am so lucky because this is like the easiest newborn ever. But as like with breastfeeding and stuff, it makes me to where I'm always thirsty and hungry, which is completely normal because breastfeeding, you burn at least 500 calories a day doing it. So you're going to be hungrier. You need to eat like, you know, stuff with vitamins and minerals in it because whatever you eat, baby's getting part of. So I'm making sure that I'm eating my vegetables and keeping like a balanced diet. And as for water, I have this purple Contigo water bottle. It holds 40 ounces. And I usually drink at least 2 of those a day. Most of the time I'll drink 3. Some days if I'm feeling extra thirsty, I'll drink like 3.5. But yeah, nothing like too crazy has happened during like my postpartum. Like I said, I am having baby blues pretty bad. They kind of just like comes and goes. I'll do good for like 3 days, and then for the next 4 days I'll just feel really sad for no reason and cry a lot. But I have been doing a little bit better, but I don't want to jinx it because like I said, I'll do better for a couple of days and then I'll do worse for even longer. But I'm really hoping that this trip down to visit my family will help. I'm sure it will. My husband is super supportive and has been like babying me and taking really good care of me and helping me out any chance that he gets, and I feel so lucky for that, honestly. Like, I couldn't ask for a better husband. I love him so much. But that's pretty much for my postpartum update. Like I said, nothing too crazy to tell you guys about. If you liked it though, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be uploading every week now. I'm back on schedule luckily, and I will be uploading like that vlog of me traveling. So if you guys like want to see that, make sure to hit the notification bell to be notified every time that I upload. And also, when we hit 100 subscribers, I will be doing a Starbucks gift card giveaway. And if you want to be entered into that, make sure to go follow me on my Instagram whenever I do reach 100 subscribers. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!